I'm not quite sure I actually remember life before this pandemic. It's just that normal life doesn't seem to make sense anymore. Like, isn't it just crazy how we went literally everywhere without wearing a mask? Or that we didn't wash our hands that frequently? We lived such a different life. And funny enough, we took that normal life for granted. And that is exactly why I decided to make this video. Now, at first, I wanted to put this up into a skit, but then I realized that was not gonna be enough and that I needed my time to speak. So, grab a drink or a snack, or both, whatever suits you, and let's look at life then versus life now. First thing on the list, washing our hands. Do you remember how we used to do that? Like, here's the thing. Before, I actually considered myself a pretty clean person. I'm sure most of us did. Like, we washed our hands after taking the trash out, before and after eating, after using the bathroom, etc, etc. So like, yeah, before we washed our hands, but it's just like we did not pay attention to it. It was just something that we kind of did. But now it's all we freaking do. Like, now literally you have to wash your hands from the first moment you wake up until the last minute you fall asleep. And like, most of the time you don't actually need to wash your hands, but like, there's always that tiny little voice in the back of your head that's gonna be like, are you sure you don't want to wash your hands? Are you sure you don't want to wash your hands just one more time? Like, I know we just washed our hands right now, but like, what if you wash it one last time? Even if you're 100% sure that your hands are clean, even if you just freaking washed your hands, that little voice is never going away. It's always gonna be there at the back of your head. Number 2, our phone and phone cases. Now, that might sound confusing at first, because you'll be like, well, I had a phone before Corona, and I still have a phone now, and I also had a phone case before Corona, and I still have a phone case now. So, to avoid all of that confusion, allow me to further explain. Now, as humans, we tend to touch a lot of things. And what do we touch all of these things by? Our hands. And what is another thing that we touch using our hand that we touched everything with? You guessed it, our phone. So literally, everything that we're touching throughout the day, we end up getting it on our phone, because as humans as well, we cannot get rid of our phone, and we use it to do everything, and we use it 24/7, doing everything. So again, we're getting everything on our phone. Now, that is something we did not have to worry about before, but now we do. So, how do we exactly clean our phone? Like, we cannot just throw it away. It is not a mask. And we can't actually clean it. And also, we cannot, like, not use our phones. That's just crazy. Like, I would rather, like, catch the virus than not use my phone. But to avoid all of that, get rubbing alcohol, a cotton swab, or a tissue, and put that on that, spray that on that, and disinfect your phone with it and your phone case. Number 3, socializing. This one's honestly not that big of a deal, because like, I didn't go out before Corona, and I still don't go out now, so I'm good. But for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna try and speak for the general view. So like, before this virus spread, making plans with your friends was about where you're gonna go, what are you gonna do, what kind of outing you're doing. Are you going to a party? Are you going for dinner? Are you gonna go to the movies? All of that different things people do. People, not me. Anyways, Now you cannot even go out. So making plans with your friends is literally just deciding whether you're having a video chat on Zoom or Skype. It just that's it. It just doesn't get any more real than this. But let's look at the bright side. Firstly, you don't have to worry about spending too much money. You don't have to worry about what you're gonna wear. And you don't have to get ready. You know, just worry about your face and wear a nice t-shirt and you're golden. Number 4, phone calls. Do you remember how we used to ignore phone calls because we had so much going on with our days already and we just didn't have energy to pick up that one call? Good times. Good times. Before, we used to ignore calls from our friends and families, and now we're running to answer calls from companies convincing us to buy their products, or others like offering us subscriptions, or you know what I'm talking about. You get these calls also. It's just, I find it so funny how we literally ignored our friends, we ignored our families, we ignored people we loved just because we were so busy, and now because we have nothing, we're running to phone calls that we used to avoid. Number 5, sleep schedules. Now again, before the virus, we actually had a life, meaning we had to wake up early, do what we have to do with our day, and then eventually go back to sleep at night. But now we have nothing to do. So why bother having a normal sleep schedule when your entire life isn't normal? We were humans and now we're zombies. Like, I swear to God, at this point, our sleep schedules are more messed up than... Hold on, I'm just trying to think of something that's really messed up. I can't get my head around it. There's nothing more messed up than our sleep. It's just... Number 6, eating. Now, eating is pretty similar to like sleeping because, like, again, as humans, we wake up in the morning, we have breakfast, and then we go on with our day and have lunch, maybe throw in a little snack or a drink, and then have dinner. You know, like, everyone's routine is different, but like, it's the same concept. Now, and this adds up to a previous point of mine. Again, we have nothing to do. So, we're bored. And what do we exactly do when we're bored? We eat. Like, I don't know, I just think that's some type of a human reflex. It's just like, you're bored, eat. You've got nothing to do, eat. You're home, you're in quarantine, you're bored, and you've got nothing to do, just eat. Number 7, someone sneezing. Now, someone sneezing before was never a big deal. Like, I don't think we even noticed it. And if we would notice it, it would just to say, like, bless you to the person. It was never a big deal. But now, God forbid someone sneezing without everyone in the room going insane. Like, including me. I would get so crazy and like get so anxious if someone sneezed around me. But like, here's the thing, okay? Sneezing is not even a symptom of corona. Like, okay, like literally, don't listen to me, just like go Google the symptoms now. You're not gonna find sneezing on the list. It is not a symptom of corona if you sneeze or if anyone sneezes. Number 8, taking the trash out. Now, do you remember how before a war will literally happen in your house just because your mom asked you to throw the trash out, and you'll just fight with your siblings on who should take it out because you don't want to be the one taking the trash out. That's the most boring chores anyone can do. Now it is no different. That same war happens, but for the exact opposite reasons. You will be fighting with your siblings and possibly even your parents on who should take the trash out, on who's more worthy of taking the trash out. Because we've been stuck in home for God knows how long that we don't want to miss the chance of leaving the house, even if it was just to take the trash out, even if it was just for a few minutes or even seconds, you know? And if you end up winning the argument and you end up being the one taking the trash out, you'll be looking your best doing that. You'll take a shower, you'll get ready, put on your best outfit because you've not been leaving the house. And you just want to do all the things we used to do before and enjoy it. Again, even if it was just for a couple of seconds, you just want to live the moment. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope this video made you laugh. But most importantly, I really hope this video made you just take even a moment to just realize how wonderful our lives were and still are, but like how wonderful our lives were before and how we were blessed with so many things and how we just like lived a great life, but we literally took it for granted. Like the fact that we could just leave our house without wearing a mask and without having to worry about catching a virus, that was a great blessing that we did not notice. And that is okay. We're humans and we learn. And let's not like regret, because like regretting is useless. We cannot do anything about the past, but we sure can do a lot about our future and our present. So from this moment on, let's appreciate our lives more. Let's understand how blessed we are, and let's not take life for granted anymore. Enjoy every minute of life. Enjoy everything you have, because just like we had everything and overnight we lost the ability over a lot of things, anything could happen in life. So let's enjoy it while we can. Really hope everything gets better and we go back to our normal lives. But I do hope that after going back to our normal lives, we don't go back to our normal selves. I really hope this changes us and changes our perspective on this world and what we want to do with life. Let's be more happy. Let's look at all the blessings we have. Just the fact that we have a roof over our heads and warm food and a bed to sleep on. These are blessings that are so wonderful that we did not even notice before and may not notice now because we always had these. But some people don't, and they would wish for this life that we had. I know I said it a lot, but I'm gonna say it one more time. Let's love life more. Let's not take it for granted. Let's look at all the different blessings we have. And let's all be kind to ourselves, to others, and to the world. Wow, that was cheesy. It was cheesy, I'm not gonna lie, but it's true.